Who's ready for a little bit of a Young Justice update? We've got a Season 5 update directly from Superboy himself, Nolan North, with a pretty precise message. Let's take a couple minutes to break down the whole quote from Nolan North. He seems really passionate about the future, and I feel like more than ever, maybe the energy is starting to trickle back in. Well, as many of you know, we're pretty big Young Justice fans around here, and I know many of you are very hopeful for a 5th season. A little over 2 years ago, we got Young Justice Phantoms. Now, a little over 2 years ago, Young Justice Phantoms first premiered and dropped us with a really unique take on a season, giving us individual character story arcs and taking us in directions we weren't expecting. Now, that season closed off with a wedding we had all been waiting for, and a big reveal about the fate of Kara Zor-El herself. Greg Weisman likes to make it really clear the story continues even after the season is over, and he left us, wanting to know answers to some of those stories. So, we've been waiting for Season 5, but when Season 4 went into production, it was a 1-season order, and Max never renewed. Now, recently, Nolan North, who not only played Superboy, but was out promoting Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths, sat down with the team at Screen Rant, and he had a ton to say about Young Justice and awaiting a renewal order or cancellation from Max. In that interview, he actually said, "Well, we have Warner Brothers people on Zoom right now. I'm telling you guys, we can do this. We can make another season. I don't know. I'm not privy to that. I know it's a hit. I know fans want it desperately. I don't know. I wish I did. We were so fortunate to get to do the first 2 seasons and 3 and 4. As you know, if you saw Season 4, Superboy had a big storyline in that, and it was so much fun. I love Greg Weisman and Brandon Vietti. We just have so much fun. They're so passionate about their stories. So fingers crossed that something gets done, maybe in the future. I don't think there's plans right now, but we always say we're not canceled. We just haven't been picked up yet. That's how I feel about the show. So nobody ever definitively said there will no longer be any more Young Justice. Now, honestly, I was hoping he'd pull back the curtain and tell us something was going on behind the scenes, but I like his take at the end of the whole quote. We were never told this is the end of Young Justice. They just haven't put in the other order, and it sounds like, based on everything he said here, he's pretty optimistic. In contrast, Warner Brothers did cancel a lot of things out and out, and they used the word cancel, so maybe Nolan North is on to something here. And him speaking so publicly is nothing but a good thing. Now, I've said before in the past, one thing I think standing in the way of the return is James Gunn's upcoming DC universe, which is going to be like Young Justice, a fully encompassed universe with live action and animated movies and series. Gunn has said over and over again that DC Studios is going to be limiting kind of the number of projects that get greenlit outside of the DCU, and this could definitely mean Young Justice remains quite the long shot for a 5th season. Now, Gunn did say that both Young Justice and Justice League Unlimited were definitely used as inspiration to the DCU, so he obviously loves the show. I think it might be a schedule thing, but I've also suggested in the past, one of the problems here could be Young Justice is this expansive world just like the new DC universe with a ton of interconnected characters, and it might not want to be the kind of universe building he wants to do in animation that's currently separate from the DCU. Notice the stuff that moves forward like Harley Quinn is clearly in its own corner and doesn't have any impact on larger projects. Young Justice really isn't like that and could definitely create some confusion, or at least the allocation of production resources he would rather use someplace else. Hopefully something comes from Gunn soon, but until we know more, we're going to have to wait and see. Now, before you take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for all the updates, and make sure you get every notification because we do daily Marvel and DC content and we don't want you to miss any news.